This is the brief on the Heavenly Sovereign, also known as the Great Ruler. Okay, so here's the deal. The hero, Chen, makes his huge comeback to his old academy, Beicheng. And talk about timing. He arrives just as this seriously nasty villain, Demon Emperor He Shitian, is about to wreck the place. What happens next? Well, it reveals a crazy new power level for Chen that basically flips the whole Great Thousand World upside down. Let's break down the 3 biggest things you need to know from this clash. First off, the crisis and Chen's dramatic return. After years away training, he reappears literally just as the Beicheng Academy needs saving from He Shitian. And this Demon Emperor, he's got a major grudge because Chen took out his son. So yeah, it's personal. Second, the power difference. It's just massive. Way beyond what anyone, and I mean anyone, expected. Chen shows up and casually handles an attack that would stop even the absolute top-tier cultivators, the Heaven Supremes, dead in their tracks. When He Shitian throws out his really potent Demon Corpse River technique, Chen counters with his ancient Eternal River, and poof, the enemy attack just dissolves like it was nothing. And finally, this is the big one. We see Chen achieve the Supernal rank. Okay, so He Shitian, seeing his attacks fail, goes all out. He merges with his demonic Heavenly Demon Corpse body, unleashes his ultimate attack, the Heavenly Demon Corpse Seal. You think that's game over, right? Nope. Chen stops this devastating blow with, get this, a single tap of his finger. He's using cosmic power, this unique energy of the universe itself. This confirms he's only the 3rd person ever in the Great Thousand World to hit that legendary supernal rank, putting him right up there with the Flame Emperor and the Martial Ancestor. And then, he just instantly crushes the Demon Emperor. Game over for real this time. So yeah, Chen's shocking return and that instant defeat of a massive threat absolutely cements his place at the very top, completely shaking up the power balance across the Great Thousand World.
This is the brief on the latest developments in the novel The Great Ruler. So, this recap, it covers the huge climax of the Demon Tribe invasion. We get to see Chen's insane new cosmic power, but also, it introduces the real ultimate threat to the entire Great Thousand World. Okay, first up, Chen didn't just, win at the Academy. He absolutely dominated. He took down the villain demon lord He Shitian, who everyone thought was unbeatable, right? With literally just a casual flick of his sleeve. Boom. Crisis over. And yeah, this totally cemented his group's top spot at the school, no question. Second, Chen's power level is just off the charts now, way beyond previous limits. Now, he's not officially ranked on the highest power list yet, but get this. He's already tapping into a bit of true cosmic power. That's a level nobody thought he could reach. After powering up like that, he and his friends, Lo Li, Lin Jing, and Xiao Xiao, took just 2 days, to basically sweep the rest of the demon tribe out of the Great Thousand World. Peace restored, just like that. And finally, Chen really left his mark, institutionally speaking. He merged the 5 big regional academies into one massive school. Pretty smart move for stability. But here's the kicker. He admitted to Lo Li he's not sure if even he, plus Xiaoyan and Lin Dong altogether can actually beat the real final boss, the Emperor Demon God. So yeah, despite all these massive wins and bringing back peace, Chen knows the real war, the big one for the Great Thousand World, it's only just getting started. This is the brief on the final clash against the Demon Emperor in the Great Thousand World. Okay, so after 5 years, 5 long years of quiet, the Demon Emperor everyone's been dreading, yeah, he's finally appeared. Popped up on the Lingmo continent and, well, this is it, the ultimate battle. Everything's on the line for the Great Thousand World. It's either peace or just utter destruction. All right, let's break down the 3 really key things that went down right before this massive fight. First up, our hero, Chen. He just managed to complete his final, crucial preparations, right as the crisis hit. He successfully powered up his 2 big forms, the Infinite Great Body and the Great Spirit Primal Body, hitting a whole new level of strength he desperately needed. And you want to talk about personal stakes? He literally just agreed with his wife, Lu Li, on a name for their future daughter, Mu Youngxi, and swore he would not lose this war for her. Whew. Second, the demon emperor himself actually showed up. Now, picture this. He looks kind of like a handsome scholar, but he's got these 3 terrifying eyes. And he basically showed up saying, nope, no mercy. So 2 of the absolute strongest defenders, Lin Dong, who they call the War Emperor, and Zhao Yan, the Fire Emperor, they confronted him straight up. But even their combined power, fire lotuses, ancient runes, it was just getting swallowed by the demon emperor's overwhelming darkness. Yeah, pretty scary stuff. Despair was definitely starting to spread. And finally, just as hope was really starting to fade, boom, Mu Chen arrives on the scene. His appearance, it's brought immense hope. He's ready to jump in, and he signals he's hit that final stage of power by summoning the supremacy ranking. That's the last step, the thing that means he can actually challenge the demon emperor and, maybe save the world. So the battle for existence itself, fueled by insane power and some really deep personal promises, well, it's fully engaged now.
Okay, this is the brief on Mu Chen's ascension and the Great Thousand World War. So, what's the deal here? Well, we're looking at a huge moment in the Great Thousand World massive cosmic fight, right? The hero, Mu Chen, is trying to pull off something incredible, becoming a supreme martial artist. Think like top-tier power level. Why? Because they desperately need the firepower against this one really bad dude, the Demon Emperor. Okay, so let's get into the takeaways. 3 big things happened. First off, he actually did it. Mu Chen smashed through all this cosmic pushback and got his name, Mu, onto this legendary supreme ranking thing. This officially makes him God Emperor Mu. Pretty cool title, right? He's now the 3rd big hero, standing shoulder to shoulder with the Fire Emperor Zhao Yan and the martial ancestor, Lin Dong. Huge deal. Second, how he did it was, wow, just unprecedented. He used this complex 3 transformations of ancestral god technique. Basically, he merged his main self with 2 other versions of him, Black and White Mu Chen, creating 3 powerful bodies at once. Like his main one totally focused on defense, and 1 pure offense. Nobody had ever managed that before. And finally, this whole 3-body mastery thing, it totally flipped the script power-wise. See, Mu Chen's 3 forms basically count as 3 separate supreme martial artists. So add in Zhao Yan and Lin Dong, and bam! The good guys now have 5 champions. This boost was exactly what they needed. It let them finally team up and go toe-to-toe with the Demon Emperor, kicking off this massive, world-changing final battle. So, with the heroes united and packing this much punch, the fate of the Great Thousand World, it all comes down to this final showdown.
This is the brief on that ultimate showdown. The demon god versus the 3 big martial heroes. Right. So this source, it's all about that absolutely desperate, super high-stakes fight. We're talking about the legendary warriors Mu Chen, Zhao Yan, and Lin Dong trying to stop this terrifying demon god from basically wrecking their entire reality, the Great Thousand Worlds, or Mahapenpup. Yeah? Okay, so how did it all go down? It really boiled down to 3 key moments. Let's dive in. First off, things got intense fast. The demon god just unleashed everything, opening his terrifying 9th eye, the 9 Nehts, and boom! The pressure was immense. Like, continents were starting to crumble. The heroes, they knew surrender wasn't an option. They had to hit back and hit back hard. So, second, the trio threw everything they had at him, all at once. Zhao Yan, he brought out the great fire divine think, a fire lotus with this blazing emperor inside. Lin Dong, he countered with the great universe, like a whole mini cosmos. And Mu Chen added the great star orb, basically pure stellar energy. Oh, and crucially, Mu Chen actually contained the whole crazy fight inside a ruined lower realm. Pretty smart move to protect everyone else, right? Finally, they actually did it. Kind of. The demon god managed to block the main hit using his 9 demon curse defenses, but the sheer power shattered them. He actually spat black blood, so proof he can be hurt. This bought the heroes some critical time, about 20 years, give or take, to power up fully. But, the demon god, not happy. He immediately started preparing his ultimate terrifying trump card, sacrificing all 9 eyes to summon a 10th one. Yeah, definitely not good. So yeah, the heroes survived. They even wounded the supposedly unbeatable foe. But that final, really dangerous confrontation, it's coming.